You've tuned into The Mountain Gardener with your host, Ken Lain. Gardening, it can be challenging, but with these simple insider tips, you'll reap huge rewards. Now, let's tune into today's Mountain Gardener with Ken and Lisa. All right, so I spent last week, I had a business trip that took me to the Texas Nursery and Landscape Association's annual event. So this is all of the growers, retailers, architects, folks involved in our industry met in San Antonio, Texas. It didn't take me very much to get to a trip to San Antonio because I've got two of my four kids live in San Antonio, and the other one of my four kids lives in Austin. So we just said, let's make a trip of it. And I did the show last week. And so this is a lot of the Western agaves, hardy cactus, some very rustic slate or stone benches, fountains. It's just interesting Texas kind of Southwestern mix. It's unique. You're not going to find it anywhere else in Arizona. And so we've got those things coming. And so it's a good trip. So Lisa and I, we get back after being gone for a week, and we really went after make sure the irrigation is set, make sure everything's hydrated. Let's make sure things are blooming, deadhead things, trim things back. So when we get back, all will be well. Well, we've learned years ago that one of the costs of traveling, whether we're going to Europe or going to visit grandkids or just a long weekend, is we're going to lose or have a stressed out plant when we get back. And sure enough, I thought I had everything perfectly honed in, and I lost one of my big cachet flowering baskets. It was right up front by the front door. It was glorious when we left, and I wasn't there to watch it for like 8 days, and it overwatered. It just stopped blooming. It's had not one bloom left on this doggone thing. It was beautiful. This thing was standing 2 feet tall, 1.5 feet wide. It was vase-shaped, glorious, bloomed. It just said, welcome home. I'm so glad you're here. And then we get back after a week, and it is completely out of bloom. It's got dead tips to it. I'm going, there's probably no recovery from this, or I don't want to take that time. I just picked it up, took it to the trash can because it was trash day this week, put it right in there, said, see you later. It's been a good ride. Cost of travel, whether it's a cruise or whatever you're doing, I just figured, I have house sitters. They come look at things. They make sure, but they just don't water things. They just aren't, they're taking care of the dogs, not so much the plants. And so usually the dogs come back overweight. They put on a pound or two. They're so happy. And then we come back home. They're going, you need to walk more, dogs. And the plants need to be trimmed back even more. So don't beat yourself up. It's just a plant. I mean, if we lost a dog, we won't go down that path. And TMI, I can share too much sometimes, our philosophy, but we do like to travel. We have kids kind of all over the place, and we like to go see them. And so sometimes to hug a grandbaby, it's okay to lose a plant and come back and start over again. We're probably a week away, maybe two, by Labor Day at most. The fall crops will be harvested. Right now they're up. They're not quite full enough. They need a few more days to fill out, flush out. These are the winter blooming or winter harvesting vegetables. The fall flowers like snapdragons and pansies and mums and asters and phlox and all these other fall and winter flowers. We're almost in this transition. The marigolds will be coming in. So it's that kind of thing. So it's not done planting. What we have are 3 very distinct seasons. And so we have a very strong spring season. Everyone knows spring, but really the season before that is early spring. These are plants that love bright days, but it's still cold. It's still through April, it can still frost. And so you need plants that can take that. Then you got spring, the big planting season. This is May and June, just spring. June is really is the start of summer planting, but summer really is July, August into September. You've got summer. These are crepe myrtles and rose of Sharons, and the roses bloom all over again. These plants that just love the heat. They love the sunshine. They wish it was 24/7 sun all the time. It never even they wish it was 90 all the time. That's what's blooming right now. And now we're transitioning. We're going to come down. The days are already getting a little bit shorter. You can sense it. If we just had a rainstorm or two, it'd really be there. But now we're going into that fall season. This is mums and asters and flowering phlox, and the marigolds are looking even better. The fall vegetables, your tomatoes stop blooming, but then your cabbages and your lettuce and your spinach and your Brussels sprouts, they all love that fall season. And then we go into winter. Those are basically your seasons for the year. But I just had to share that story. Don't beat yourself up because you lost a plant while you're traveling. That is part of the cost. When you book that airline ticket or that cruise, just go, oh, and I need an extra $100 for my plants that are going to suffer. I will just have to go to the garden center. Come on down to Waters. We'll get you a new one. For $20, you can have an amazing new plant right out there, and it didn't cost you that much. Waters garden companion plants for August are radio red salvias, butterfly bush, and trumpeting vine.
Large clusters of red and orange flowers create a dramatic show all season long with Waters trumpet vine.
This vigorous vine thrives in heat and blooms profusely with neglect.
Quickly covers large areas as a ground cover, spilling over retaining walls, screening a fence, or cloaking arbors.
Guaranteed to attract more hummingbirds, and only found at Waters Garden Center, 1815 Iron Springs Road in Prescott. For a more fruitful garden, increased success in the landscape that just feels better, then tune in daily to the Mountain Gardener podcast. Subscribe through your favorite podcast streamer or visit watersgardencenter.com. Better yet, visit me directly right here at Waters Garden Center. Thanks for tuning in.